I made suya fried rice. Now let me show you how I made this masterpiece. The first thing I did was to marinate my chicken breast. I used garlic and onion powder, some chicken bouillon cubes, some yaji pepper, and some oil to rub in the spices. Make sure you rub that in to make sure the spices sink into your chicken. After marinating, I set that aside. Then I put a pot on fire, added some oil, some thyme leaves, and some onions. I sauteed that for about 1 minute, and I proceeded to add in my curry and my bay leaves. Sauteed for about 5 minutes, and added my already washed basmati rice to let that toast. Adding some yaji pepper and my chicken stock, and I let that cook for 20 minutes before taking off the gas. Afterwards, I proceeded to tenderizing my meat by pounding it with a mortar pestle. If you have a tenderizer, you can use one. Then I cut my chicken into strips and coated with some more yaji pepper. Now we're down to the interesting part. If you don't have an air fryer or an oven at home, you can just use a non-stick pan like I did. So I added in some oils in my pan, put in my chicken strips, and let that toast on medium heat so it doesn't overly char. So after it was done, I took it out and I added my chopped onions and my veggies, and I added in some corn, some garlic powder, and some thyme, and I also added belly chicken flavor. Then I proceeded to add my already steamed rice, drizzled in some more oil. You can use butter, but I'm not really a big fan of using butter. Then I proceeded to mix in my rice and make sure that everything was incorporated properly. I then added in my chicken suya, I added in some onion and some cabbage for extra toppings. I mean, what is suya without chopped cabbage? And I added in more yaji pepper, and I gave that a proper mix so everything was very well combined. And voila, just take a look at this masterpiece. Perfecto.